slam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And stolen by Freak. Up the floor. And Wade slams it in.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Lillard, it's deflected. The Cavaliers, another fast break opportunity here.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Henderson kicks to Leonard. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Freak passes to James. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Lillard. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off. Turnover.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron James is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Q, then it's Freak, and it's Baller in at the 2. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He preached patient offense and encouraged his guys to use the shot clock. He wants his guys to be deliberate. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
Now McCollum, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. McCollum with the ball, out defended by Freak. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession, and Portland making a change here. Aminu's checked in.
You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. And the rejection by LeBron.
Cavaliers foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Good on the second free throw. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things: rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener. Doesn't have quite the quickness and ball handling skills the top small forwards have. Doesn't have the bulk or grit to match up against the better power forwards. He's a hard fit for what you want to have done at that position.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And guys, getting back to Aminu, he still has the tools to be a really good player, but like so many young guys, he has to focus. He has to bring the intensity 100% every game. And I could see him being one of those late bloomers, if you will.
Now here's McCollum. They set the pick. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by McCollum. LeBron outside. He lobs it up, and Freak throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And the basket by McCollum.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
1:53 left in the first half of the game. Kicks it out to LeBron. Puts it up from 15. And a wide open look for Freak. But they get it back. Here's Harmon. On target from 13 feet. Baller's got 6 points.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Myers Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Harkless. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Crabbe. Cleveland leading by 8. Harmon, he's guarded by McCollum. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Inside. It's stolen by Davis.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Leonard attacking. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now Lillard, he dishes it to Leonard. Can't hit the putback. Wade. And so we conclude the first half.
Well, Damian,
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some... And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Harkless is out there with Aminu. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. Freak dishes to Wade. LeBron James on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Freak throws it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Now here's Freak after the miss from Damian Lillard. That is good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Trailblazers trail by 11. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Harkless pulls it down.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Passes it to Baldwin. Down low. Dishes it to Freak. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Baller passes to Love. The feed to Freak. He kicks to LeBron. And the 3-ball is good. James has got 5.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
So for the Trailblazers, Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Krabs subbed in for McCollum. Poked away. Lillard outside. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. He's got 8.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. And Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Maurice Harkless.
First team foul. Blazers substitution. Ed Davis. Gerald Henderson.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. to the wing right side. Love kicks to Freak. The pass to Baller. Wade for three. Another three for Cleveland.
It has been a three-point barrage. For them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
They recover it. Lillard attacking. Here's Vonleh. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Timeout called the Cavaliers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And that one's good. 16 points for Baller.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Lillard attacking. Here's Davis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
Lillard outside. Feeds it to Henderson. Off target from the baseline. Can't hit. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily.
Cavaliers timeout.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Seems every season, Clark.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Slow down
Side as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Baller is out there with Freak. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Wade in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland. Right now.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his...
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Plumlee is checked in for Myers Leonard. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. Tries again. Green for 2 points.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
The Cavaliers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year. He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Freak. 13 points, and he's rejected more than his share of shots today.
An interior defense at its best, fellas. That's what we've seen out of him today.
McCollum, no good.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
There's a good screen. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. The second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
And that one's good. Freak.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. Part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard outside. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down, and he is that open.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Wade. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Lillard. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Freak. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lillard with it. Out defended by Freak. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3 ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Wide open look. And Portland again with the bucket.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Freak really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
McCollum kicks to Plumlee. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum, no good. Pass to Freak. Feeds it to LeBron. Wade outside. There's the dish to James. Pass to Love to the wing right side. Wade kicks to Freak. And another miss by Cleveland.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Harkless. Can't get it to go. Good D by Love. The Cavaliers leading by 3. There's the lob to the hoop. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 5. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. And that one's good. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Freak. Misses the 3.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Lillard with no one around. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Wade. Misses off the left iron. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. .15 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
James up top. It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. For the win. He got it! He got it!
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
And Greg, he knew it was good when it left his hand. He started celebrating as soon as it got off his fingertip.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
Tonight, he showed us great instincts on the defensive end. They relied on him to protect the rim, and he piled up with block after block after block.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.